Not diamonds, not pearls. Some treasures are alive, fragile, bizarre, and almost too strange to believe. Bird eggs, hidden gems of color, pattern, and mystery, each one holding a story you won't forget. Today we're uncovering 5 of the most insane eggs in the world. The elegant crested tinamou is one of those birds that doesn't ask for attention. It's small, round, and blends easily into the forest floor with its soft brown feathers and quiet movements. They're smooth and glossy, with colors that shift depending on the light. Some shine emerald green, others show deep violet, copper red, or a kind of midnight purple. But these colors aren't just for show. They help the eggs stay hidden. In the forest, where the sunlight filters through leaves and shadows constantly change, the eggs blend right in. Their shine mimics the glint of light on damp leaves or patches of moss, making them hard to spot even if you're looking. What makes this even more interesting is the role of the male. He's the one who takes care of the eggs. After the female lays them, he settles in and stays put for weeks, keeping them warm and safe. He doesn't just incubate them, he protects them, and once they hatch, he sticks around to raise the chicks. He leads them through the forest, helps them find food, and keeps watch until they're strong enough to survive on their own. These eggs are more than just beautiful objects. They're part of a system that works quietly and efficiently. The colors, the care, the setting, it all fits together. There's something powerful about a bird that doesn't need to stand out to succeed. It's just what it always has done, and it works. Guillemot, common murray. The guillemot is a seabird that lives where few others dare, on narrow cliff ledges high above the ocean, in places the wind never stops and the waves crash far below. These birds nest in huge colonies packed tightly together on bare rock. There's no grass, no twigs, no soft bedding, just stone. And yet they manage to raise their young in these harsh conditions. Each female lays a single egg directly on a rock. No nest, no cushion. It sounds risky, but the egg is built for it. Its shape is slightly pointed at one end, which means if it gets nudged, it doesn't roll off the cliff. Instead, it spins in a tight circle, staying close to where it was laid. The egg also comes with their own unique markings. Swirls, blotches, and streaks in shades of brown, gray, and cream cover the shell. Their patterns aren't random. In a colony with thousands of eggs lying side by side, the markings help each parent recognize their own. It's a simple but effective way to keep track of what belongs to whom. Once the chick hatches, it doesn't stay on the ledge for long. Within days, it makes a leap off the cliff, heading straight for the water below. It's not a mistake, it's instinct. The chick is drawn to the sea, where its parents continue to care for it and teach it how to survive. This egg is more than just a shell with a chick inside. It's a product of careful design, shaped by the challenges of its environment. Everything about it, from its shape to its markings to the behavior it supports, is about survival. Emu, Australia. In the wide, dry landscapes of Australia, the emu stands out. It's one of the largest birds in the world, and everything about it feels built for endurance. That includes its eggs, which are some of the most impressive in the world, not just in size but in design and purpose. Emu eggs are deep green, sometimes almost black, with a rough, textured surface that feels more like stone than shell. They're heavy too, often close to a kilogram, and solid enough to survive bumps, drops, and even curious predators. The color isn't just striking, it's functional. That dark pigment helps block out harsh sunlight, protecting the developing chick from UV rays in the open Australian environment. The thick shell adds another layer of defense, keeping the embryo safe from physical damage and temperature swings. Once the female lays her clutch, she steps back. The male takes over completely. He settles onto the eggs and stays there for nearly 2 months. During that time, he barely eats. He only leaves the nest occasionally to drink. When the chicks hatch, they're striped with bold patterns, light and dark bands that help them blend into the dry grass and scrub. The male doesn't stop caring once they're born. He leads them through the landscape, shows them where to find food, and keeps watch for danger. His role as protector continues long after the eggs have hatched. An emu egg is more than just a big shell. Everything about it, from its size to its color to the parenting strategy behind it, is built for survival in one of the toughest environments on Earth. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly effective. If you're enjoying this journey into the wildest eggs on Earth, make sure to hit like and subscribe. You won't believe what's coming next. African jacana. In the wetlands of sub-Saharan Africa, the African jacana moves across floating vegetation with ease. Its long toes spread wide, allowing it to walk on lily pads and reeds without sinking. It's sometimes called the lily trotter, and watching it step across the water feels almost unreal. But the real story lies in its eggs, and the way it raises its young. Jacana eggs are small and light brown, often with looping lines and scribbles across the shell. But they're not just decorative. The patterns help the eggs blend into the messy, shifting background of floating plants, water reflections, and scattered debris. In a habitat that's constantly moving, camouflage is key. The nest itself floats too. It's made of plant material and anchored just enough to stay in place, but it drifts with the water. Despite how fragile it looks, it's surprisingly stable. A typical clutch is 3 or 4 eggs, spaced neatly in the center of the nest. What makes the jacana stand out even more is its parenting style. The male takes full responsibility. He incubates the eggs for about 3 weeks, carefully balancing on the floating nest and adjusting his position to keep everything steady. If danger comes close, he doesn't panic. He scoops up the chick under his wings and walks them to safety, sometimes even swimming with them tucked beneath his feathers. The chicks are born ready to move. They start foraging almost immediately, picking insects and small bits of food off the surface of the water. The male stays close, guiding them and keeping watch. Jacana eggs are part of a delicate system that works in a constantly changing environment. Their design, their placement, and the care they receive all reflect a strategy built around movement, camouflage, and trust. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, where vines hang thick and the air stays heavy with moisture, lives a bird that feels like it belongs to another time. The Hoatzin isn't just unusual, it's one of the strangest birds still around today. Its behavior, its biology, even the way it smells, all set it apart. But its eggs are just as fascinating. Hoatzin eggs are pale with a slight bluish tint, and their shells are thicker than most. That extra thickness helps them survive in the rainforest's damp, unpredictable conditions. Rain falls often, and humidity is constant, so the eggs need to be tough enough to resist moisture while still letting air through. Tiny pores in the shell make that possible, allowing oxygen to reach the growing chick without letting in too much water. The nest is built over water, often tucked into tangled branches and surrounded by thick leaves. It's not just a random spot, it's a strategy. If a predator tries to reach the eggs, the water below acts as a barrier. If a chick falls, it doesn't fall far. It lands in the water. And here's where things get really strange. Young Hoatzins hatch with claws on their wings. They use them to climb back into the nest, grabbing onto branches like little climbers. Both parents share the job of guarding the nest. They take turns watching for danger, feeding the chicks, and keeping the eggs safe. It's a full-time job in a place where threats come from above, below, and all around. A Hoatzin egg isn't just a shell with a chick inside. It's a piece of evolutionary history. Everything about it, from its location, to its structure, to the strange feathers on the chick, tells a story that stretches back through time. So which of these insane eggs blew your mind the most? Let us know your pick down in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.